All right, let's go ahead and get started. Good morning, folks. It's Friday, and sorry about the morning trend. If you do watch it, for some reason Google's having a really hard time uploading the morning trend. It's only been I put this in about an hour ago and it's only uploaded about 24%. So I don't know if something's going on with Google or if it's our internet, but everything else seems to be working fine. So not too sure what's going on. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. First things I talked about this morning was the ES. Pretty straightforward here if you use the overnight range from pivot low to pivot high. Um, our list is coming in about 61.8%. What does that mean? It's the golden Fibonacci. It also means that the trend from overnight, if it were to close underneath the list, this trend, this range would be broken and therefore be looking for price to run into 28.36, 28.30, and 28.12. We understand that every time we come to a target on my screen, we are looking for a bounce to the downside. And if we start to get the formation off of the targets there, then we're no longer looking at the short. We need it to break base and then lower low for it to continue down into the next lower targets. Okay. So again, any value above, notice how we're having a hard time at this red line. That is the monthly mid edge, I believe. I believe that's what this is. It could be the yearly. Let me come over here. Apologies, really quick. I'm going to go over to the daily. Okay. Yeah, that's the monthly mid. So we're having a hard time here. This is the bigger picture. This is the monthly mid. Okay. And you can see we're having a hard time there. Once we create some value there, it should be a pretty short ramp up into the yearly edge coming in around 28.75. This is also going to give us some issues. If you look over to the left, we're having some supply issues here as well. So I think we could get into a holding pattern here for quite some time if we break out above the yearly edge, then I think we could really start moving up into the all-time highs there at 29.61. But for right now, looking at this, I think it's just going to be pretty difficult to get out of this range unless we get some kind of catalyst. Okay, looking at finishing off earnings, we're coming into earnings and so forth in the next couple months. This makes sense to chop around. Doesn't mean that we're not going to have some great day trades available. We're always going to have those, but just looking at the broader market here, okay? So again, targets to the upside today. If we can get above the monthly mid, look for this to be support. Looking for 28.68, 28.75, 28.82, 28.99. Okay, to the downside, 28.50, 28.36, 28.30, 28.12 to the downside. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk really fast about our focus trades. And I had to shut down the computer, so I apologize. I may have to auto zoom these really quick. Okay, there we go. All right, so the first one on here, if you go over to focus trades, please pay attention to those. Those have been, doing really, really well. They're all basic setups, and really, I'm going to do a video over this weekend just so that I don't have to put so many notes in there. I think they're pretty straightforward when you come over here and you take a look at them. Basically, like for example, here on Amazon, you got a blue box here above the green line. We're looking for bids, and if we get that candle set up, we get above the 9. We're looking to take the trade into 1767, 1776, and so forth. If it breaks down below the box, then you could be looking for 1744, 1738, 1731. Beyond power play, basically here into earnings. Anyone that took this, man, what an amazing jump they had, right? But is this surprising? I mean, this thing is nuts. What can I expect here? I have no idea. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. But what I do know is that bids above 121 to 116, that is in or around the 38 and the 23.6, and we understand how powerful that can be coming into earnings and really any kind of range that's powerful. Okay, so bids above 121.31 and 116. If we start to get that set up and we get back above the 9 EMA, look for the trade to get at least up into the previous pre-market high of 129.80 or 88.7% of that around 127. If it starts to break down below 116, could be a nice setup into shorts at 110 and 102, and that is beyond. Okay. Over here on CMG, I put CMG in here now. For Fridays, for me, they tend to, it takes a little bit of while for CMG to really start setting up. But again, I try to get the bias out of my head and just watch price action. And for CMG, again, these box setups, what they're doing is we're just looking around the list, looking for the candle setup, looking for price to stay above the 9 for an intraday. I would expect it to pull back maybe into the 69.3 area. If it doesn't, then what I'm looking for is for price to stay above the 9s and for me to get that rally-based rally. And then looking for prices into 703 and 715. Depending on your taste, I talked about this in the morning trend. I want to, because this thing is taking so long to upload, I want to talk about CMG. The spreads on there are huge, and as my friend and I say, they're criminal. The options are criminal, so you really need to know where to get in and where you're going to exit. Because if you don't, basically, if you buy CMG at the wrong time, that spread can absolutely hammer you. So just know what you're doing. If you're playing this week, be sure that you're not chasing it. If you're chasing it, the market maker, the person selling you the calls, they're really making you pay up for a premium. And then on any kind of pullback, you lose so much value so quickly. So just be really careful, okay? But looking for price to come down around 693 to 690. Any kind of bid above here, above the 9, looking for 703, 710, 715. If we break down below the box, I'm looking for a little bit of support here in the area of 686 and 683. I don't see much downside here, see more upside than anything. ZM had earnings. This is an earnings play. Again, please go to the focus channel to see the notes on here to ensure that you have that down. Basically, what I'm looking for is hopefully a nice little pullback. I'm not sure we'll get it. Um, into the 88.80 area by 86.5, and you can see it's already pulled up into my first target there at 92. So sometimes what you could do is if we open up and we never look back, is you use the target as kind of like your line in the sand. Remember, basically there's a rolling 23.6. As we make higher highs, then you want it to hold the 23.6, or in this case, you can hold the 9 or 22 EMA. It's up to you. Okay. Prices above 93, 94. To me, this thing is probably targeting the round number of 100 now. So this ZM might be something better to be looking at a swing trade. But again, I know a lot of you guys are not very open to holding swings right now. But this is just what I'm looking at. For an intraday trade, I like to see it come back in the 88 area, then look to take it to the long side. DocU, another strong name, had earnings. This one's a little bit different. It was a gap down. And so you're going to see basically I'm using the 23.6 and the 38.2 as a reference to be careful. Okay, and you can see here, I made these a long time ago. I say a long time ago, early this morning, and you can see here that that's exactly where it is. So this green line here is representing that drop to the pivot low, and above that green is the 38.2. So what we know is we're using the methodology that the bearish trend is between 38 and 23.6. And so that's why these things work, right? They have a hard time here. It's just looking over a long period of time, we find that that range is it's really hard to get out of when you have a drop. But if we get above 47.45 and we get the setup, the nines, connect with price, we get the candle set up, then we're looking for a little bit like $1.50 to the upside into 50. So good risk to return there. And then if we start to break down, this might be a fader. I personally, on a higher time frame, we have a zone down here of 41.50. That's where I'd really like to see price get to into next week. And then you start setting up for DocU for more of a swing trade plan there. Google got this one on the list because it's been beaten up so bad. I want to see if we can get bids here above the blue box there. Okay, and you can see here that box is 1047 by 43. It's only, it's a $4 risk here. Let's see if it can get into the box, kind of curl around, give us that sign, get above the nines, look for the trade, 1054 to 1058, into 1062. A breakdown of that, I'd be looking for 37 and 30. Okay, again, just watching these really patiently. That's what it's all about, folks. So when I'm waking up and I'm looking at everything, I'm excited. I'm like, hey, things look good. But what I want to explain to you is, as soon as we open up, right, and I'm looking at these names, I'm going to be watching the advancers and I'm waiting for the setup. You should see that doing this, we're getting really nice returns really quickly. Tesla was a great example yesterday. As soon as we took Tesla, it pulled back like 30 or 40 cents, which I was a little concerned. I'm like, oh man, here we go, Tesla again, right? But, we bought on the break of the nine, the pullback, and then it held those levels and immediately it broke out. And that was a nice return. I mean, that's what I really want to see is like as soon as we buy, that thing started, once it started going, we jumped up $1, then we jumped up $2. That was amazing. So I'm not saying $2 in the stock, but $2 in the options price. Okay. Um, the bigger setups, right? So you're going to hear, me talking in the background, or I might say something in the room, is I am using Flow Algo to just kind of instead of me like having to come over here and look myself in the options, I said, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pay for this service and it's letting me know when big names come through. But as a disclaimer, I am not using it to trade. Does that make sense? The setup has to be there. So if I see a bunch of SPY coming in, like calls, that doesn't mean anything to me, guys. Again, institutions can put out $1 million orders just to throw you off. Okay, so please understand that. $1 million order is nothing to them. They could be hiding it in stock, they can be in put positions, a year out. You have no idea. So again, flow is just flow. But if you start seeing some unusual activity like we got yesterday, I mean, if you're watching this long enough and all of a sudden you keep getting orders coming in at the $1 million mark and it's expiration tomorrow, my eyebrows kind of go up a little bit. And I'm looking at the charts and I'm going, wait a minute. This stuff is it's all confluent. My advancers are moving up. Everything's looking really good. I like this. So it's more or less just giving you an inside look and maybe a tool. It's just like anything else, Fibonacci's, the edges, whatever. It's just a tool for me. Okay, so I just want to, put anybody at ease that may be wondering. It's more of a tool just to kind of like allow me the opportunity to see anything that's unusual. That's it. I mean, literally, that's it. So, always in here, it's going to be demand zones, supply zones, the trendy edges, trend, and targets. You know, that's how we're going to approach every morning. So, anyways, so again, ES, I don't have an overall bias here. Just want to see, you can see that the list worked. What I've been doing at night, and the reason why I'm not alerting ES futures or any futures is because I just don't have enough interest in here, folks. And I'm not going to be taking trades at 12 o'clock at night and, it's dinging your phone. If you're a futures trader and you're really interested, please reach out to me. We'll do a one-on-one and that way we're all on the same page. You basically are going to be thinking the same way that I'm thinking, and I feel as if the ES, um, sorry, not the ES, the LIS strategy here is just super simple. I mean, it really is. And you can get chopped up. I talked about the chop. So when we open up, when we first open up, so we had the down signal here on the ES before close, and notice how it came right down almost into target here. And so I'm not going to go short here. I mean, why would you go short here? Remember, the targets are demand, right? And so you look for me, you could look for the color change, and your target's going to be the line in the sand. And notice this served as resistance for a bit. And then around 8 or 9 o'clock, you got the go signal, and then we start breaking above the 9. then you can go to sleep. I put on an option here for it to hit this 28.55. Sold before the numbers came out. Could I have gotten more money for it? Yes, I probably would have got what I originally wanted, but that's okay. I still made 60% in that. And so that was a nice move up into here. And I just really, really stand behind these blueprints, guys. The only way that you're going to understand if they work for you is if you're going to take the opportunity to trade around it. It's just a blueprint. It's a tool. It's a plan to trade the SPY and the SPX. Um, and really, at the end of the day, man, you can almost every day just trade the SPY around this. Remember, every 10 points on this, you're looking for a dollar in the SPY. Okay. Oil is getting beat up. It's very choppy. If anyone's listening in that trades oil, just be careful. I mean, it's had a huge down run, and when it does that, it's going to be volatile. Think about all the different emotions that are behind the trading, and understand that everyone's kind of concerned. So to get this thing moving in the right direction, meaning up for anyone that's bullish, most people are bullish on things, is that you're going to have to wait a little bit, right? And it's probably going to come out of nowhere. It's probably going to come on a catalyst, and then you're going to be chasing it. So just understand that. Look for higher time frame demand. As long as we're holding that, it's kind of like Tesla, right? I was putting out those posts about Tesla, and of course, nobody believes them. Nobody thinks about them except for supply and demand traders. And you just wait a couple days, let the dust settle, and then all of a sudden you get catalyst and it starts moving up, and everybody's like, "What's going on? Why is it going up? Oh, it must be because he's making more cars or he's doing this." It's not. It's about demand and it's about supply. The news is just something that follows that allows price to move in or out of those areas. And that's it. Once you get that mindset in your head, it's going to all make sense to you. All right, so I'm going to be quiet right now. We got about 2 minutes. I'm going to bring these charts down. Actually, I'm going to put the charts right up here. It looks like Beyond is going for the moon. It came right down close to our box right before pre-market. Actually, it did almost get there, and is now pushing up. So they took my setup here. And then also just remember, guys, your mics, just make sure they're silenced if you are in here. There you go. I got you. I think. There you go. I got you, Mike. No worries. It's kind of hard when you're on a phone. It just kind of does its own thing. All right. So there we go. And you can see here, this is the standard setup that we're looking for. Is just that simple um, strategy. This is no different, folks. So I keep saying that. I want to reiterate. The strategy is no different. This is the same bar setup that I've been teaching for almost 2 years around the edges and the targets and so forth. But now we're just paying attention to them throughout the trading. All right. So now you have the momentum change. And you could see like just taking red to white, and then you get the bar set up. I get the indicator, and then you're going long for a quick pop. Okay. And give me 1 second. See here.
SPY 280 puts. July 26, 2019. 1,700 contracts.
Let's see. Put that right over here. All right, getting a little bit off of the monthly mid here. If you guys, anyone follow those 286 calls that we bought in the room yesterday, those are up. So just, watch us closely there. Who is calling me? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about, J-Rod. You mean on the advancers? What do you mean? It has to the right. It's just the number. So I just want to see higher highs here. All right, folks. So on those 286s, if you guys still have them, ES is looking good. So we'll continue watching this. We have IWM looking good. AMD 32. If you guys took those lottos, those are awesome. Yesterday, let's go ahead and look over here. Okay, you can see here docu did drop right in that red box there. Want to see it close down below 45.63. And beyond bouncing off the 9, but it would be nice to get it down here at 121 for a later day setup. Anybody still holding Disney? How's our Disney looking? Yeah, we still have some, so McDonald's is looking great, guys. This ZM, man, holy cow. Beyond right up into the upper target there at 134. Okay, it's been 6 minutes. CMG also running up into our target here at 703. I don't know about you guys, but my TOS is just, it's a mess. It's really frustrating. Okay, the SPY calls are now $1 from our 60-cent entry if you're in the room yesterday. Also, Disney looking good, up about 90% right now. Still have those. And then I have some CMG lottos. Let's see here. Okay, beyond almost getting down into target here. It is a piece of shit, man. It's really frustrating. Really frustrating. CMG right up into target here. I don't want to throw people off, so get rid of my lottos here on CMG. Focus, focus, focus. Huh? Okay, anybody in the SPY 286s that we jumped into yesterday? Nice. It was almost 100%. Actually, it is 100%. Wow, nice. I'm going to go ahead and sell some here. Okay. All right, and Disney up about 100% as well. Who would have thunk? And let's see, just close down shop or what? Sell one of those. Hope I don't confuse people. All right, so we're coming into almost 15 minutes here. Notice I'm not even really watching until this 15 minutes. This is really cool. So we have, if you guys notice on my watch list over here, we have these new boxes. Thanks to Jared, he set me up here. So basically, this is my setup, and the green is saying it's happening right now, like at McDonald's. We're going to take a look over here, and the lighter green is an earlier setup that might have happened. So, all right. So let's see here. McDonald's. What do we think about McDonald's? I know what Adam thinks, right? I've already made my quota for today as well, so I'm definitely going to be taking it a little easy right now. So let's see here. All right, so let's bring these back into focus. Notice where Beyond is. Notice where CMG is coming up to targets. Beyond coming into target here.
SPY 289 calls. June 10, 2019.
Did it?
802 contracts.
All right, guys. So we got another sweeper here. It's not a lot, only 31,000 on SPY. 289 calls for the 10th. Did anybody jump into the Delta 30s with me? Anybody? Please tell me somebody did. Oh, nice. Thank you. I'm so happy. Those are
SPY 290 calls. June 10, 2019. 2000 contracts.
290
SPY
calls. 290
290
calls
calls. June 10,
are all coming
2019.
in.
2001 contracts.
So those are trading for 378 and we got in at 260. Look at that Amazon straight up to target. 1775. Wow. And notice, geez. This is kind of interesting, Jared. Are you looking at Amazon by chance on the 5 minute? So I'm noticing, man, even the pre-market is sets up, man, and it's legit, which is really interesting. Nice job, Maui. Um, Here we are, though. You could have faded this on Beyond, Omer. Omer. The best thing you could have did, man, is jump out of that call position and short this into the box, dude. You'd be in heaven right now. Well, you probably are already in heaven, but you know what I'm saying. So there we are on that. Google, same thing. It just kind of came up to target. So I really have to be patient here and just let the market kind of settle just a tad. All right, so what we want to see is Beyond come into this box and just kind of, settle and then give us a setup and then look for it to at least come back and maybe we get to 132, 134. But you know, it might be played out as well. So yeah, yeah, for sure. But can everybody see this kind of, you know, and I apologize. Let me pick one so you can kind of see like CMG. I want you to understand what I'm looking for exactly. Okay, so like McDonald's, right? It's giving me the setup, but since, you know, it's early setup, notice we got this base candle in here. Um, what I'd like to see is price come back into the EMA and kind of, you know, give me some smaller candles and give me that same candle setup and then take it. But at the same time, what I'm doing is watching the advancers here. Okay. So this one, I don't like the range body on this. Okay. That's just me. And I want to wait for it to develop down here. And I want to wait to make sure that the advancers, you know, that the broader market is not selling off. Does that make sense? Google's looking pretty good. I think this might be something I'm interested in. Okay, so here's Google. Um, all of these are kind of looking the same, where I want them to pull back a little bit here into the at least the 9. There goes Amazon. Beyond's almost at target here at 121.30 was kind of what I was looking for. It's about $1 off of that. What's the ES look like anyways? Holy Roku. Wow. I didn't realize it was up almost $4, guys. That's a beast. Wow. All right, into the box here on Beyond, just as planned. Can't do anything with ZM, but Amazon gave you that signal to go long here. So far, doing okay. Still want to see it pull back a tad. Jeez. All right, so right off of the box there, folks, on Beyond gave you $2 right away. Pretty cool. Come on, guys, pull back a little bit. Jeez. It's a good sell there on Disney. Nice. Nice, Adam. I actually really like it, man. I wish it would pull back though, at least to 1767 now. Like in Google, Amazon, beyond here at the box, we need it to set up. So if it gets back above the 9 EMA, might set up for a buy here. Adam, are you talking about Amazon or? Yeah, it's the monthly edge, man. At 1795 is where I think we're going. Above that is 1814. Let's see. And you can see there, guys, I want you to pay attention to the box that I drew on beyond and notice the move there. You made $2 off of that already if you took that trade. CMG pulled back. It hit the target of 703.86 and pulled back to the 9. DocU resting on the 38 or sorry, the 38.2 but of the drop. So it's a little bit different. Okay. ZM, I mean, it just did whatever. I'm just watching it. It pulled back. Let's take this 94.95 target off of here. And we want to see if it's going to be holding uh, these EMAs here. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of room there, man. Are they still expensive? I'm about to look at them right here. Man, they're still pretty expensive. Yeah, I know this sounds crazy, but I want to buy the 1802 and see if we can get a run up there towards like a break, like a power break of the monthly, man. I mean, I'd only be, paying up like $1.10 or so, let's say. Oh, you bought the 1805? Oh, wow. Okay. Look at that move off the box, though. So beyond, you guys pay attention to that. Hey, Scott, are you listening in by chance? Look at SPY go though, guys. And there goes beyond off the box. Getting above the EMA now. Nice move there. Google as well, looking pretty good. Anyone have eyes on Netflix this morning? Sorry, I got a lot I'm looking at here. Yeah, we had a good trade on it the other day, and just trying to.
SPY 280 puts. July 26, 2019. 2000 contracts.
Jeez, my Thinkorswim is just jacked. It's really irritating me. Sorry, guys. Man, on these, sorry guys, on these beyond options, I'm just watching them. When price goes down, they actually go up. It's like, I wanted the
SPY
130.
287 puts.
Jesus.
June 10, 2019. 538 contracts.
All right, Amazon still looks pretty good, folks. If you still gonna ride that, did anybody jump into that with me? Just taking little base hits here. No biggie. Nice, nice. Man, that McDonald's though, right? Oh, so the 134s are 75 by 110 on Beyond. Um, but it's still, like I said, it looks doable here. See if it can hold this 9. I don't want to lose track of anything. Amazon, your target, if you're going to stick in there, I would make the EMA a 2 minute and try to ride that up into 1820 if that's possible. Um, Google, let's wait for the pullback to 1054 and then be looking at 1062 calls. Bid it Beyond also looks good, man. Um, from that box. Anybody watching Netflix? I know I said that earlier. So what we'd be looking for is 88.7 of this turnaround on Beyond. See if it's exhausted by then. So you'd be looking at a push, yeah, at 134, folks. That would be an extreme lotto here, but I really like it above the 38.2. Let's see if it can get there. And it's also setting up for the candle setup. McDonald's is definitely looking amazing. I like 206 on this name. 206.74. I'm gonna buy some 207s, man. Those are 1 cent by 2 cents. Is that possible? The 205s, so are 47 by 53. I'm gonna see if we could pull back just a tad here, and I might buy a couple of these just to see where it takes me. You know, is that a dumb trade there? I don't think anything's dumb, right? Who knows? Hey, Adam, we bought the Delta 30s yesterday, man. Those are, let me see where those are at right now. $4 from 260, man. Already. Sweet. I'll sell one of them for good measure. Well, dude, I can't, right? I can't. Guess when they expire? Did I tell you? These things don't expire until 16 August, right? I mean, to me, that's crazy, man. Ah, I missed it. You son of a bitch. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Ugh. See if it gets, should get bought right here. Trying to get McDonald's, guys, in the money. 205s. See where it takes me. Okay, there we go. All right, Baba set up as well. Okay, and it's up to our swing LIS. So good trade there on Amazon. That was almost 100% there. And then, we sold Disney at 100%. I think that's I think that's 100%, right? Well, no, sorry, about 80 or 90%. Apologies. All right, guys, I forgot I have to take the trash out. Give me 1 second. All right, guys. So sorry about that. So this is probably going to be one of those days that I regret selling Amazon. This thing is probably going to go to 1814 as I expected, and this thing's going to be a 10x by the end of today. Especially looking at the advancers, folks, we're making higher highs here. So we are basically in that territory of buy the dip. So just kind of looking here into a couple of these names. Google is looking good. Like I said, it pulled back a tad. This thing could get to 1067. That might be my next one. Baba, I like the fact that it pulled back to the 9 here. Notice it stopped right at our bigger term LIS. Amazing analysis, right? We have great charts here. You just got to learn how to trade them. And then up above here, I think you see the weekly here at 156. The 155s are going for 32 by 34 cents. Don't get carried away today. It's easy to jump on social media and probably see somebody that made a shitload of money and you want to do the same thing. And you quite haven't done it, so you just start going crazy, and then the market goes sideways, and then all your premium's gone. So whatever you do, just take smaller trades and just enjoy what the market gives to you. All right, so the cool thing is we've already I mean, if you took Amazon with me, you should have already made, I'm not sure how big you guys trade or anything like that, but for myself, I already came into this morning and hit my targets. If you came into, with Disney, you made 90%. If you took Amazon, almost 100%. And if you took Beyond uh, the bids there above the box that I gave you, you made $5 on that. And then um, everything else is just kind of going sideways, so I'm going to wait a little bit. I think this might be a great day. Watch the advancers, see if we can make that higher high. If we start making a higher high here, I mean, you got some good lottos starting to form in Baba here. I mean, the weekly edge just looks like it's primed, man. It's like a magnet. See this thing right here? So the timing is crucial because if we jump in and we kind of go sideways, those little 155s will lose a lot of value. So just kind of watch down here on the advancers and see what we're going to get here, okay? And McDonald's, again, that's a lotto as well. I mean, just do with it what you want to do. Smack it around. All right, so not bad. There's a lot of things going on. Roku, like I said, that thing is on fire. Okay, nice little dip right into the 9 here, creating a drop base rally formation. If you were to take this trade here, could have a low risk here at 102, 102.25. See what we got here. So I cannot believe my Nespresso coffee is usually on order and it delivers like once every 2 weeks. And these guys have not brought it. And I had to drink tea this morning. Seriously. Can you believe that? Okay, again, could get 105.5 here on Roku. The 105s are 30 cents. Taking Amazon off of there. I know, short Nespresso, man. Is the ES yearly? Any edge that's above us, whether it's above us or to the left of us, Adam, is always valid, man. Remember, it's just like any if there's an edge above us, then it's saying that there's supply above us, and so all supply is always valid. It just depends on how many times it's been hit. So you treat it as a trim or you treat it as a line in the sand, right? So if we get above it, look for the candle formations above it, and if we get below it, look for the candle formations below it to short it. And so what I find is like on a yearly edge, and if you were to increase your candle size to a day or a 4 hour, look for those setups for a bigger swing situation to understand what's going on. So if you get that nice rally base rally above the edge on a daily, it's a good signal to go long for a swing. Does that make sense? I mean, it's actually really cool once you get into the mindset of it being, you know, I don't know, makes sense to me. Everything makes sense to me. All right, again, all right, let's see if we can squeeze 100% out of McDonald's. I just got rid of what. So a lot of people don't understand what I'm like. Understand that in my IRA, I take a lot bigger trades. Okay, my idea here in the room, and I've been saying this for years, is that my idea is to show you how to trim correctly and just use a process. That's all. right? I'm not here to show off and try to be like, hey, look at me, look how much money I made. It's not about that. It's more about the process and you learning from it. So please, please understand that. Believe me, they're not the same. It's just about process. It's to get you in the routine of being confident to take the trade. How many you put on is going to be up to you. And we have some traders in here you want to talk to that take really, really big positions. Um, they do some of the same stuff. They're just buying, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50 contracts at the money, for like $2 to $5 or so. Yeah, it's kind of hard. So last time I did Delta 30s, you guys remember when we had the big pullback? It, do you guys, it went $28 in the money. And, did I hold all the way to 28? No. But I mean, was it not like absolutely nuts? And so that's the thing is when you get yourself into a Delta 30 and you pick the right spot, it's so hard to, just imagine that $28 in the money, man, you know, or sorry, just $28 run. So what happens is like the Delta 30 is a 293 call and, SPY is, I don't even know where SPY is. I don't even care.
SPY 286 calls. June 10, 2019. 589 contracts.
So we just had another SPY sweep come through. They heard me talking. All right, so here you go on Roku. Nice move here. Came back to the 9. Uh, any of you guys have questions? Anybody? Anybody have questions? Am I just explaining it that well that you guys don't have to ask questions or and I just, I'm asking for feedback, I guess is what I'm asking. Okay, cool. And I say that because I want to be motivated too. Okay. And so sometimes when you guys don't say anything or don't write anything, it's kind of hard for me. Imagine being a teacher and walking into a classroom and your students are all, you can't see them, but they're not talking to you, right? You would assume they're like sleeping. So it's kind of hard to wake up every morning to come to a classroom that, you might not hear much. So, and that's not me. I'm not trying to be rude by any means. I just want to make sure that, you know, I'm doing what I should be doing. That's all. Nice, Adam. Man, I knew once I bought that, I was like, dude, this thing. How many times have I bought Amazon and I watch it go up 10x? Nice, nice. Anybody jump in McDonald's with me? Adam, I know you're in there long term. Hey, Hutch, is that still the calls that we took a long time ago? Oh my God, man, way to stick in there. I mean, seriously, that's amazing. So I will tell you guys as a moderator, I love the idea of swings. Sorry, as a person, as a trader, I love the idea of swings. Um, as a moderator, it's really, really hard for me because people don't have the patience that they think they want. And so there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. It's like, I really like the setup, but I don't like the fact that it's red. And what happens in my room is that I lose members. People
SPY
don't
290 calls. June 10, 2019. 800 contracts.
people don't have faith in the pick or anything like that, you know. And so they just, they give up. So it's nice to see somebody, come in here and go, "Hey man, I still got that," you know. All right, so on McDonald's really quick, if you want to tighten up the EMAs just to ride that out, you could do that since it's a lotto and it expires today. On MRK, man, this thing, Hutch, do you have the EMAs thrown up on your chart? Are you in a position where you can watch EMAs? If you're riding profits, how much longer do you have until expiration? 15 days? Holy crap. So I don't know if you know, but our next target was 83.30. The EMA, if I were you, I would go to the hourly and look at the EMAs.
SPY 286 puts. June 10, 2019. 1,500 contracts.
Go to the hourly and see, hey, if MRK were to pull back to the 9 on an hourly, would you be okay with that? If not, then go to a 30-minute chart and then look at today's chart and go to a 10-minute. See which one makes sense for you. Does that make sense? So an hourly is at a minimum what you should be looking for since you have 2 weeks left. However, if you're in profits and you were sick and tired of being red for so long, then you might want to zoom that into maybe 30 minutes or something. Does that make sense? So, hey, Hutch, I don't think I've asked you this before, but so when you go with swing trades like that, do you go bigger or is it something you built on? I'm just kind of curious. Yeah, it has for sure. Yep. All right, guys, those Roku, let's go back and take a look at that. I do like Merck, man. I mean, Merck is looking pretty nice, honestly. I just got a buy signal again on the 5-minute chart, so it's kind of like, those spies, holy man, crazy, huh? If you kept those 286s, man, you're up big. Hey, Ron, I haven't heard much from you. Are you taking any of these trades, man? If you're in the room, I see you're on the audio. Not sure if you're listening, but yes, 30 points, baby. Holy smokes. All right, so I'm gonna take off one of these. I'm gonna take off one of these, or a couple of these for right now at $4.29. Okay, nice. Oh, that's funny. Awesome job, Omer. Have a good one, man. Dude, don't say it. Don't say it. What's it look like? Did it get to our monthly? Oh, man. Oh, John, you're so dumb. Did anybody keep any of those? I suck. I seriously suck. Ah, I was just giving one of my friends a hard time for not holding, you know. Ugh. Yeah, what is that first one that we bought up to? What did I buy a while ago? The 1802 and a half? God, I suck. See, this is like, this is what I say like every trader can work on is holding. I never thought it was so hard until I became a day trader. When I traded on the side and it just was. So you're saying the ones I bought earlier are 600 bucks? Wait a minute. Oh my God, they are. Ugh, I want to get sick, man. Okay. Well, remember what I had this Monday. Well, Troy remembers. I bought the 1695s, Adam. 1695s, dude. I'm not making that up. I bought them for 3,100 bucks. Pretty sure it was 1695. It's going for 10, dude. Let me look on my thing. I'll show you. I can't make this stuff up. Orders. Let's go back to field. Let's do 7 days. No, let's do 5 days. What? Just want to see if I can find it for you. Amazon. Where are you, baby? Where is it? Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry that I sold Amazon so quick. Ooh, nice play. Nice play, MB. Good job, man. What'd you get out at? All right, guys, I'm going to jump off real quick and go throw up. No, I'm just kidding. So I already made my quota for the day. I'm still trading, still going to be here. Just going to jump off. And if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. The spies are killing it. If you rolled into those SPY calls yesterday, they just hammering it out. Maui, are you still in McDonald's? That's looking pretty sweet, man. It's trading up here almost to 100%, depending on when you got in. Nice, man. Good job. Are you just riding EMAs or what? Nice. Smart man. Talked to my buddy yesterday and I say, hey, man, we got into NVIDIA the other day, not yesterday, but I think it was NVIDIA. And I just was like, dude, we let like 200 or 300% more go. We didn't follow the plan and follow the EMAs. It's hard sometimes, right? You get this plan and then you did, I don't know, for some reason you don't stick to it. And then you're just like, what the hell did I do, man? And so you can look at it that way, learn from my mistakes, and just kind of, have a plan. Try your best to stick to it. We all have a plan, and for some reason, day traders have a really hard time um, doing that. So, did anybody, just kind of curious, did anybody take the AMD 32 calls with me yesterday on those lottos? I'm just kind of curious. I posted those in the room as well. Um, this morning they did pretty well. So if you kind of knock those out, that would have been fun. Okay, so use a 8 on a 5 minute. Okay, cool. Awesome, man. All right, guys, so I'm gonna jump off, but I'm here. I think the reason why I'm doing this, just so you understand, is that I really want to enforce that we can make money in the first 2 hours, and then you need to get into the mindset that if you can continuously do this, there's no reason to sit in front of the screen unless you're babysitting a position that is up, all right? And then, but if you've made money for the day, you walk away, you come back on Friday, or sorry, Friday, you come back on Monday and we do it again. Okay. So, anyways, I'm definitely going to be checking out more stuff. I might buy some
SPY
SPY.
290 calls. June 10, 2019. 1,382 contracts.
Jesus. We just got some more SPY sweeps again. I mean, they're smaller, but
SPY 287 puts. June 10, 2019. 500 contracts.
it's kind of funny how they roll in. You can kind of see how people size them. Like, like a SPY sweep came in for the 10th for 290 calls of 65,000, and then immediately after you got the 287 puts same day for 287 for 36,000. So to me it sounds like they're bullish, but they're not putting all their eggs in one basket just in case, right? So anyways, what a fantastic morning already. I'm going to jump off really fast. You guys have a great day. If you have questions, please reach out to me. I'm going to jump off here.